the government looking for a missing nuclear device, and also what happens when a drone meets an orb. You'll find out. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now I'm going to actually show you 3 videos. I wasn't going to play the 8-minute TikTok video that I found, but actually I will. But before I do, I'll give you the gist of it so you can fast forward if you want to, or you can watch it. So this guy basically works at a drone maker. I guess he owns it, and he's getting his perspective on it. And he said he knows somebody in government that said they lost a nuclear device, and he thinks that these drones are trying to find the device. That's what he thinks, okay? I'll let you go ahead and watch it, and then we'll kind of talk about more about it, and then I'll show you 2 other videos.
Hey everyone. My name is John Ferguson. I'm the CEO of Saxon Aerospace here in Wichita, Kansas. I'm not normally a TikTok kind of a guy. I like watching this stuff every once in a while. But I'm a manufacturer of unmanned aircraft, military grade unmanned aircraft, as you can see one of my systems here. There's all of these mysterious drones going on off the East Coast, and as a professional, as a subject matter expert, I wanted to give you all my opinion on what I think could be going on with these drones. I don't particularly believe that these have a nefarious intent. I could be wrong, but I want to give you the truth and what I believe. It's my own opinion, and I've not bounced this off of anybody. So, if you think it's bullshit, whatever, that's cool. I don't want to spread misinformation, as we know that there's a lot of that going around. But anyway, back in the 1980s, Ronald Reagan had dismantled the nuclear program, and there were, with Russia, there were countless nuclear missiles that were disarmed and disposed of. Well, there were over 80, I believe. There were over 80 nuclear warheads that were in Ukraine that came up missing. Okay, we don't know where they are. Maybe somebody does, but nobody really knows where these are. And I speak with some pretty high-level government officials on this stuff, and it seems as though that is the case. So I spoke to a gentleman a few months ago who was trying to raise an alarm to the highest levels of our government, which they had their ears closed, about this one particular nuclear warhead that he physically put his hands on. He physically touched this warhead that was left over from Ukraine. And he knew that thing was headed towards the United States. Okay? That is a very serious deal. And everyone knows that the United States government, this administration, is pushing to get into a war with Russia. We all know that. We all feel it. We all see it. Okay? Well, back up a few years. Do y'all remember when those drones were mysteriously flying across the Interstate 70 corridor from Colorado up into Nebraska, down here into Kansas, and out into Missouri? Well, it was believed that those drones were looking for radioactive material because there had been some material that come up missing here in the United States, and they felt like it was high probability that the nuclear or the radioactive material would be taken along the Interstate 70 corridor heading east or west or south. So from what we understand, they were out there trying to find this radioactive material. Now, drones, they have no reason to be in the air at night unless you're doing some type of ISR work, intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance, looking for bad guys, or looking for a victim, a search and rescue victim, or law enforcement, or some type of military project, right? There's no reason for a drone to be flying at night, really, okay? Because they don't see shit. So, unless you have thermal optics, drones really don't see stuff. You need to do mapping during the day. If you're going to do farming stuff, you mostly do it during the day. The only reason why you would ever fly an aircraft, an unmanned aircraft at night, is if you're looking for something, whether it be a person or trying to smell gas. We have methane gas detection systems that can detect gas leaks in pipelines. You really wouldn't use thermal optics for trying to find gas leaks, just simply because the only way you're actually going to find a gas leak with thermal optics is if the gas leak is aggressive enough that it has a difference in temperature. Because thermal imaging, it creates a digital image based off of the temperature variance. So whatever is different in temperature, it creates an image. Usually gas leaks so slow that it goes quickly into ambient before you can even see it. So we have special sensors that can detect gas leaks. We also have special sensors that can detect radioactive material. So with this gentleman that I had spoken with, who was trying to raise the alarm to try to get somebody in the government to say, hey, we need to work together to go try to find this nuclear warhead, none of that ever happened. They knew that warhead was on its way to the United States. That's all that ever came of it. Nothing ever happened. This government did not do anything at all to help this gentleman raise the alarm and raise awareness that there is a very deadly weapon on its way to the United States. It's out there. Nobody knows where it's at now. It left Europe. Now it's gone. So my own guess, is that these drones are not nefarious in intent. If they are, they are, but I doubt it. But if they are drones, the only reason why they would be flying and flying that low is because they're trying to smell something on the ground. That's it. There's no other reason for a drone to be flying in the air other than to piss a bunch of people off at night. That's it. So, my belief is they're trying to smell something on the ground. Gas leaks, radioactive material, whatever. So, and do I think that they're coming up out of the ocean? No, I don't think so. Drones that are multi-copter type drones, not the fixed wing aircraft that look like regular airplanes, but the multi-copters, they only have so much battery life. They have hybrid versions that are gas powered with electric, but those can still only fly for a short period of time. There's no way in hell that any drone is going to go miles off the coast as a multi-copter and fly into the interior of the United States and do a bunch of work and then turn around and fly back. It's just physics will not allow that to happen. So these drones, I believe, are launched from a location that nobody knows, but I do believe that they're flying low enough that they're just trying to sniff the ground and try to find something. So again, I hate to be a pessimist or a guy that thinks directly to the negative. However, I know as a professional, we build professional stuff for the military. I believe that they're actually out there trying to smell something that's very important. So anyway, let me know what you think of this video. I'm not trying to gaslight. I'm not trying to scare people. I'm just trying to let people know that this is a serious deal. It's only serious for what the potential could be, or for what the potential is. There's a lot of them out there. They're flying all over. They're flying low. They're flying at night. There's no reason for it other than to smell something. So anyway, God bless. I hope you all have a wonderful Merry Christmas, and let me know what you think of the video. Thank you.
What'd you think? I thought that was the most common ground perspective of why these drones are happening. Now, I don't know if this guy is a quack or he's telling the truth. You know how the internet works, right? But also, I'm going to I'm going to show you another video. Now, this is from the PD podcast, and he's reacting to what the Pentagon spokesperson said. I really like how he broke this down. And if you don't want to watch that, I'll kind of give the gist of it, and you can skip through it. Basically, she is expecting the question from the reporter, and she has this thing wrote down saying, okay, if he say this, say this. So she knows what the reporter's going to say, and she looked at it, and she responds accordingly. So here's that clip.
So at this time, aware of those drone sightings that have been reported, at this time we have no evidence that these activities are coming from
By the way, can you go back real quick?
Or the work of an adversary.
This is kind of weird. So check this out. Go back to the beginning. She points at Jen, then moves the page to the page that she's going to read the question.
Oh, beforehand.
Wait, watch this again, the body language. Tell me if I'm off a little bit.
Go.
See if she is already knowing what Jen is going to ask her. Go ahead, Rob.
Jen.
Watch. She
Sabrina, can you
moves the
tell me
page.
what the Pentagon is doing to
the
address
page.
this
Yep. Watch.
issue of drone sightings over New Jersey? It's near sensitive
How do you know she was going to go to that?
installations.
Watch.
The FBI is involved. What is the Pentagon doing?
Sure. So at this time,
She's
aware
reading.
of those
Now she's
drone
not.
sightings that have been reported, at this time we have no evidence that
She's
these
reading.
activities are coming from a foreign entity
She's
or
reading.
the work of an adversary. We're going to continue to monitor what is happening, but
Reading again.
She's reading.
At no point were our installations threatened when this activity was occurring.
Can you rule out that these are American drones or U.S. military drones?
These are not U.S. military drones. Again, this is being investigated by local law enforcement. What our initial assessment here is that these are not.
I don't understand this. Like, I don't understand.
I'm telling you, that was very convincing to me with that particular, they basically know. I mean, why wouldn't they know? Because I'll give you this. If I had my own big drone side of a Buick flying around New York or New Jersey, do you think they would come after me? 100% they'll come after me if I had a big drone flying around with lights and whatever. They don't want to expose or talk about it because maybe they're looking for something, as you saw in my previous video, or my previous, when I shared with you what it could be. But I'm going to show you a third video. Hopefully you're still here watching. This one, of course, we don't know how true it is. I saw it on YouTube, somebody got off TikTok. And this is when a drone meets a orb.
A plane? I can't tell what it is. Whoa, is that moving quick? That could be a drone. I don't know what the hell that is. But that is quick. There's only one remaining right now. Whatever that green flashing one is, he moved quick around it to get it. Super quick. He's like right there with it. Oh, he's like right on it. Ooh, that whatever it was just shut down the drone, if that was a drone. Holy crap.
What I liked about that video so much was it's kind of like how I see it. Like, you have man-made technology and you have the out of this world technology. Who do you think will win? Right? Like, oh, we got drones, and they're like, we have orbs, we can do whatever we want. And you see how that happens. Now, I don't know how true this is. This could be all CGI, AI, whatever, right? At the end of the day, all this is entertainment salad for me. That's all it is. It's interesting to me. I like to see what it could be or what could not be and just be, just talk about it, right? That's the whole point of this video, is to share my thoughts and care about what you all think. At the end of the day, it's, don't believe what you see and half what you hear. But other than that, talk to y'all later. Have a good one.